So we got our first look at the combat system for Assassin's Creed Mirage, and by the looks of it, it seems like it's similar to Assassin's Creed Valhalla's combat system, but somehow different from that game's combat system as well. So stick with this video to find out what are the similarities and differences between the two combat systems and everything that we saw in the Basim Master Assassin trailer. In this trailer, the main focus of the developers was to introduce us to our main protagonist, Basim ibn Ishaq. He was a supporting character or the main antagonist of Assassin's Creed Valhalla, and he was a very mysterious character. We knew absolutely nothing about him when he appeared in Valhalla. But in this game, we'll get to see his origin story, his backstory, whatever you want to call it, and this game's main focus will be to explore his character arc and how he became a threat to both the Brotherhood and Eivor and Sigurd in Assassin's Creed Valhalla. The developers put a lot of focus in making the story of Mirage similar to the classic Assassin's Creed experience, yet different from these games, and I am excited for this game because this game will explore the philosophy of the Hidden Ones and the Assassin's Creed. Basim is a complex character. He isn't like Eivor with little to no depth at all. Eivor was a struggling character. He had Odin in his conscience. He was a sage, and so is Basim, but Basim has links to the Brotherhood, whereas on the other hand, Eivor was a Viking. Her sole purpose was to fight for her clan and claim glory for herself, and she had nothing to do with the assassins or hidden ones or the Brotherhood. She was just doing this for her own personal goal, and she had to remove Odin from her mind. But in the last chapter of Assassin's Creed Valhalla, we learned that she made peace with Odin within her mind. This was pretty much all that we got from the story of Basim, but this wasn't the turning point of this trailer. The main part of this trailer was the combat system itself. Obviously, the main thing that most of the players were waiting for ever since the gameplay reveal was the combat. Whereas the combat of Assassin's Creed Valhalla was focused on hack and slash, this game's combat system is much more strategic. You have to be careful when landing your blow. This game's combat system won't be like Assassin's Creed Valhalla, where if you have a stronger weapon, you can just beat every enemy in the game. This function won't be in the game. Instead, you'll have your trusty sword and your trusty dagger, and these will be the two weapons that you will ever get in the game. This decision was made by the developers because they wanted to showcase Basim's agility. They also said themselves in the trailer that Basim is an agile character. They're aiming for a more agile experience in the classic Assassin's Creed experience for Basim. Because if we look at the previous Assassin's Creed games like Assassin's Creed Rogue, Shay had a sword and dagger with him, so basically they're taking inspiration from that game as well, but we can't be sure because the game is taking inspiration from every major Assassin's Creed game that has been released in the past. This game won't feature the XP based progression system because if you look at the previous Assassin's Creed games, mainly the RPG trilogy, they featured the XP based progression system. Because if you look at the previous Assassin's Creed games, those games featured the XP based progression system. Basically the thing in that progression system was to complete side quests to earn XP or main quests, and after gaining a lot of XP you used to level up, and by leveling up you used to earn skill points, and you use the skill points to upgrade your skills or your character, and this was the main skill tree of those games. Although Mirage uses the same engine as Assassin's Creed Valhalla, but it won't feature the same system. Although Valhalla removed the XP based progression system in that game as well, but it was still there in terms of getting skill points, but this game won't feature any of that. The developers promise us that it won't feature the XP based system, and instead, as you will progress in the story, you'll earn access to new tools, new skills, as it was shown in the trailer itself. You can see it on this shot of the trailer itself. This is a very good step that they're taking because if you look at the older Assassin's Creed games, mainly Altair's and Ezio games, you can see that those games had little to no XP based progression system. Instead, you earned or unlocked tools as you progressed further in the story. The prime example of this system is Assassin's Creed 1. Assassin's Creed 1 had a sense of accomplishment that I used to miss in the franchise. Ever since Assassin's Creed Brotherhood or Revelations, where you had access to all those fancy tools, I missed Assassin's Creed 1's progression system. Because in that game, as you assassinated more and more targets, you used to get one piece of your equipment after assassinating each Templar. And this was a thing that I used to miss from every Assassin's Creed game, but I hope that Mirage does this right because by the looks of it, the developers are taking inspiration from Assassin's Creed 1 as well, and it's a good thing actually. I'm very excited for this. All the games that were released after Assassin's Creed 1, including the Ezio trilogy, gave us everything from the start. It was a good thing and a kind of a bad thing actually as well, and let me explain to you how. Because in that game, we felt like we have everything from the start, so what's the point in progressing in the story and unlocking armor or equipment and like things like that. The prime example of this thing is Assassin's Creed 4. In Assassin's Creed 4, you can kill a trained assassin in the first few minutes of the game without knowing nothing about the game. And this was the thing where things got a little bit worse. We understand that Edward is a fan favorite character, but you have to pull something which is believable. How can a pirate kill an assassin? Although I'm not here for the debate, it's up to you guys. Let me know in the comments what you think about this. I want Mirage to be good because this game will determine whether we will get games like this in the future, because by the looks of it, this game will be the only classic Assassin's Creed game that will be released in this time. All the other games that Ubisoft are working on are Assassin's Creed Project Red, which will be definitely an RPG, they confirmed that, and Assassin's Creed Hexley, which isn't confirmed that which type of game will be, but the developers promised that it will be completely different from everything that we saw in the previous games. So my hopes are up for Mirage, and if they do this right, then I will have no problem from Ubisoft, and also they're on the verge of bankruptcy, so what can we say? And that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you guys agreed with what I said, and if you did, then be sure to let me know in the comments below. I'll see you guys in another interesting video. Till then, take care and goodbye.